Hello YouTube, it is Saturday night and we're going to play a little bit of Phantasy Star Online. So good news is it's only about 9:30 right now Eastern Standard Time, so there's a real strong possibility that we might be able to round up a pretty decent crew. So without further ado, let's jump right into it because I want to see who's online. I want to chit chat with a couple people and show you a couple of recent pickups. So let's go right into the game and we will catch up as we get along. So the chat is just building up right now. We got about a couple of people watching anyway, so that's good. So what's been going on? Well, a couple things. Today's been kind of a bit of a write-off. We've been following up with, fortunately, because nothing was really too bad about it, but we had to go and do a bunch of testing for a certain situation that's going on in the world today. Good news is everybody, I believe, is checked out okay, so no issues. But it did mean basically it was a write-off of a Saturday. That said, everybody seemed pretty tired, so they all went to bed. And it is 9:30, and I get the evening to myself, so I'm pretty happy about that. But otherwise, I've just been kind of, catching up on a couple of odds and ends. Like I told you the other day, I finally managed to complete Portal 2 rather, which I've never done. I've never played that game before, but that is my style of game. Okay, first person, but not a shooter. One that I can take my time with. I love puzzle games. I think those are the best. But I'm no good at first person shooters. Some of them I can kind of muscle my way through, but overall I'm really terrible at them. I generally get frustrated at some point. I put them down and I don't continue. But puzzle games I love, and I didn't realize how great Portal 2 was until I started playing it. I was like, oh man, this is gonna be my new addiction. So let's hope for a Portal port to the Switch, or hey, Portal 3, why not? Okay, so we're gonna connect. Here we go. Yes, and we shouldn't have any issues. Hey, we got somebody not wasting any time. Good to see you again. Hey, thanks. Good seeing you too. Yeah, sorry. It's a lot going on, and I kind of want to run into a crowd before everything gets a little bit too late tonight. Noticed in the past that people have not been on when I am available. 10 users. Good sign so far. All right, Altamira it is. And 10 users and no users. Okay, we're all hanging out on block 1 tonight. Good stuff. All right, any new events? I guess we're getting close to Valentine's Day. All right. Hey everyone. Cool. Well, it looks like we've got a bunch of people in the lobby. Maybe we can convince some people to start a crew. Well, thank you very much. I appreciate it. No problem. Glad I could help. Cool. Well, as you may have noticed, my old character is kind of gone, but I'm making do with a new one. All right, so we've got Celine, which is quite a strong character. Yeah, a lot of people can tell me that I can get it recovered, but not sure who I should speak to exactly. I don't know. I think that it may be lost. I don't think I can recover it from the server. I guess I should probably contact the crew over at Silverant. It would be nice to but hard to explain over chat. Ah, gotcha. Have it back. Cool. Another time then. Not them, then. There we go. Perfect. Okay, so we've got a couple of other our other level 1 characters. Cool. Let's see if we've got any teams organized. Teams. Join a team. We're both in the Junkyard Facebook group. Ah, okay, cool. Yes, definitely. Definitely. Just catch me there. Alright, let's see if... What do we got? We got Dream Normal. We got Dream Gully Normal. Let's see what's going on with Dream Normal. Okay, let's see what's going on with these folks. Normal crew, which is good. Hopefully they're low level like me, but high enough that they can carry me through it. Hey, what's going on? Alright, what do we got here? So, I can't remember if... Visual memory, okay. I can't remember if they have like a white tag by their name or the text is in white if they are GameCube, maybe? I can't remember. Cave 3. Okay, well, let's see what's going on in Cave. Actually, you know what? First thing we got to do is we got to get our mag. Mag, take. Item. Da-da-da. Where's our mag? There we go. Yes, please. Okay. Please come again. Thank you. Uh-oh. Alright, so start item mag equip. Perfect. So let's see if we can reach out to these folks. Hey there, anyone want a third in quest? Oh, I should have put a question mark. Just drop a pipe. Okay, let's see if anybody gets back to me. If not, we might jump out to another crew and see if they're doing anything. So we did see that one team that had 3 people. Okay, let's jump out here. And nobody's getting back to me. Okay, you know what? Let's go back to the lobby. Let's see about that other team. See if they are looking for another player. Bang, bang, bang. Organized team, join team. Let's see what's going on here. Okay. Maybe we will get lucky. So I noticed the connection is a bit slow tonight. Okay, so what do we got? Okay, it looks like we got one person helping us out, and they are in here for charity reasons. They are definitely helping out those other folks, but doesn't matter. We all need to start somewhere. Okay. Item. Egg. I cannot feed him yet. Okay, so I'm going to see if we can get any dye fluids in the bank. I don't believe we have any. We might need to take out some Meseta. Okay, item. Monofluid, we've got lots of. Okay, you know what? Let's just take out some Meseta then. Take Meseta. You know what? Let's take all of it. Let's see how much we can get. And let's see if we can boost this mag up. It would be nice to get it to 200, but as we all know, that takes a little bit of time. Oh, good. They do have some dye fluid in stock. 10. Yes, please. Okay. And what else do we need? So we can use that. We can use that. Oh, Ryan's got to go. Okay, so we're down one person. All right. I've noticed the server seems suspiciously slow. Later. Okay, let's find out where everybody else is. Okay. Can someone drop a pipe? Okay, cave 2 and cave 2. All right, so let's see if we can jump into wherever these guys are. They look like they all know each other, so that's good news. All right. Just looking to join a team. Amigo. Be free in PSO. That's kind of funny. Live your best life. Well, look at that. All right. So where are they all going? I'll be back though. Okay, cool. So it looks like Ryan's going to join us if this team is still open, which is good news. And we just got to find out which pipe they took. I got to go quick with Cheyenne. Okay, something's going on in real life, so that's what the deal is. All right, sweet. So let's go where? Which one are we taking, buddy? This one? Done. Okay, so let's see how far we get helping these folks out. Okay, we finally found a team sooner than later. I guess we could have waited a little bit more, but these guys seem like they know each other, so that's good. Oh, that's a pretty wild looking outfit. Ba-dum-bum-bum. All right, cave 1. No, we want to go this way. All right, where did our partner go? Over here? Let's find out if they've been hacking ahead or not. Okay, so it looks like they have been going through here. Let's go take a look at the map and see if... No, there doesn't appear to be anybody here. All right, well, that's okay. Did they already finish Cave 2? They might have already looted it. Let's ask the question. Did you loot Cave 2 yet? All right, where is that person? You know what they might have? Okay, let's go. Area map. There's nobody there. There's nobody there working through it. But where are they? Where are they? Okay, don't see them anywhere. Alright, so you know what? Instead of going around in circles, why don't we head back here and find out where everybody is congregating. So this person here is waiting for somebody, I assume. Okay, what do we got here? Anything? Monofluids, why not? They're kind of useful. Okay, let's take a pipe. back to Pioneer and let's see if we can get one of these people to drop a pipe and take us to where they are. Otherwise... Oh, there's nothing there. That was so I have the only active pipe. Interesting. Okay. Okay, let's feed our mag and regroup. Okay, feeding our mag. Fluid. Okay, good stuff. Oh wow, my sink is way down. I'm surprised. Okay. Okay, so whereabouts are you? Whereabouts are you? Can you drop a pipe? So we tried going through that pipe there, but okay, cool. Couldn't quite find them. I think they took the second one instead. So what might have happened was it closed off and then the other one expired? I'm not sure. No worries. Okay. Okay. I'll stand here. Alright, so then our partner's going to come around and grab that one, I believe, and we should be good to go. So, guys, while we're waiting for our partner here to open up this door, let me just show you a couple things that I have had on the go. So, as you guys know, I particularly enjoy watching movies. What can I say? It's my thing. It's the only thing I have time for, really. Any big games that I get, I never seem to really fully enjoy because they just take way too much time. But movies, hey, if I can get in 90 minutes this week, that's great. But I like my boutique titles. And there's a really good label out in Australia, and they're called Via Vision. Now, they managed to license a bunch of stuff from Paramount that I had not previously seen available in any disc form or any HD form. So I was really interested. I decided I'll try my luck. It's a bit expensive to ship from Australia, but, you know, let's see what we can get. So I ended up getting Fire in the Sky. So if you guys have not seen that before, do you have any revive or nah? I might. That is the story of Travis Walton, and he was involved in a very famous alien abduction story. Okay. That was not it. I need my moon atomizer. Come on. Do I have any? There we go. So Travis Walton, he was involved in a very famous alien abduction story back in 1975. And back in 1993, they made what I remembered being a fairly decent alien abduction. Did I grab it? I think the rifle is there. Okay, which one did I grab? Okay, item pack. Okay, what did I grab? Saber, horse shield, flame star, solid form, panic saber. There we go. Okay, cool. Bang, bang, bang. Anyways, it was previously available on DVD. There was actually a half-decent DVD that they had of that, but, you know, DVD has kind of run its course. It is what it is. It's an older format. It doesn't look great on high-definition televisions, and I was really hoping to see it in Blu-ray. So when I heard that Via Visions was partnering with their, well, not partnering, but their partner label, which is Imprint, releasing it, I was pretty excited. But okay, that's excellent. Got it. Started watching it with wife, and I gotta admit, it's not as good as I remember. In fact, dare I say it, it's a little bit boring. I mean, it is a slow burn in terms of where it's going, and the idea is it's kind of like a, it's kind of a whodunit. Did he actually get abducted by aliens? Who knows? I did see an interview with him recently. You want me to hit the other button? An interview with him recently where I kind of feel like he's a bit of a shyster, to be quite honest. Okay, so that's the warp we come in on. So how do we get over there again? So we go through here. Is this... Alright, I think we're just supposed to go around through the warp. Okay, cool. He's a bit of a little bit of a scammer. At least that was the impression that I got. He stayed consistent with his story, but at the same time, I just felt like his story... I didn't feel as though he... Okay, sorry, I'm losing my train of thought here. I didn't feel like he was really honest with it. He felt like he was kind of playing it up a bit. And when you watch the movie, and especially if you feel like that's actually what happened to him, you're like, I don't know, man. You seem like you should be a little bit more damaged by this than you actually are. Oh, shoot. What am I doing? And he just didn't. So I watched the movie. Ah! What are you doing? And I was a little bit disappointed, I gotta say. It wasn't terrible. It was in that last scene where he's getting abducted and the aliens are doing their thing. That's still pretty wild, but it takes a lot to get there. And then once they get there, they just kind of... The movie kind of goes out on a whimper, you know? I wasn't really too impressed with how it concluded. Where's our third friend? Is the other person joining? So ultimately I joined one of my local, or I put it up on one of my local Facebook groups. I was like, you know what, guys, maybe this isn't my thing. So I ended up selling it and get my cash back. There we go. But they did actually put out a movie that I was really excited to get just in HD. Now, I've seen this movie many times in the past. Does that person have a hacked weapon? Is that what's going on? And that is this one, also from Via Vision. Right here. The Hard 8. A long forgotten little mobster movie by Paul Anderson, and it's fantastic. It's still good as I remember. I had it on DVD for the longest time, but I ended up selling the DVD to get the Blu-ray. And it's one of those few things where, like, every time I show it to somebody who's never seen it for the first time, they're always like, "Wow, that was good." And again, it's a slow burn. There's a couple of good character studies in it. And it takes a long time to get where it needs to go, but once you get there, it is decent. Okay. The good thing about the Blu-ray, it has all new commentary and interviews and all that kind of stuff, so I'm really excited to kind of pop that in and check it out, because I've always been a fan of commentary tracks on movies, especially movies that I'm familiar with. Sometimes I won't even watch the actual version of the movie if I've seen it, a couple hundred times or something. Well, not that much, of course, but you know what I mean. If I've seen it a lot, I'll probably jump right to the commentary just to kind of get a feel for what people are saying about it. But yeah, Via Vision really came through, and they actually had one thing that I was pretty excited about. Okay. Item. Let's feed our mag while we're thinking about it too, so it doesn't get too grouchy. Perfect. Okay. There we go. Bang, bang, bang. Hey, get out of here, you. There we go. See you later, guys. Yeah, so anyways, they actually, when I heard that they were releasing those Blu-rays, I already pre-ordered them. They're already out of stock, but like I said, I'm okay with getting rid of one of the ones I'm not too big of a fan of. But they had one DVD that I was like very curious about because it was really hard to come by for the longest time. And it was this one right here. So they actually had a copy of The Keep on DVD. And generally I don't buy new DVDs, but apparently they were only licensed to release it on DVDs. And The Keep is one of those mystery movies that I just never understood why it was never released in HD, and I'm still not sure why. So I ended up actually getting in touch with the company and saying, hey, I want to buy this DVD, but I know there's a couple of boots going around where it's basically a upscaled broadcast version, which is like Betacam, and it's all full frame and it's not the true aspect ratio. And they said, no, you know what, we got these masters directly from Paramount, and it's a proper 2.35 to 1 aspect ratio. It's just that they were only licensed to release it in DVD for some bizarre reason in the era of HD. So there you go. I ended up getting it on DVD, and it is a fantastic little monster movie. I gotta say, Michael Mann, the guy who you might know from, he's directed a couple movies I really like. So he did Manhunter. He did another great James Caan movie, another mobster movie actually, called Thief. The reason I really like that is James Caan's character. So throughout the movie, James Caan plays this sort of like tough guy-ish person, but he does a lot of talking. And typically when people talk, they don't deliver. And he talks and talks and talks throughout the entire movie about how much of a tough guy he is and all these things that he's going to do to people. And people are kind of brushing him off, right? They're just like, whatever, keep talking, tough guy. And then when push comes to shove and he actually has to flex, he flexes, doesn't say a word for the rest of the movie, and just takes out the trash. It's good stuff. Pretty happy with it. And that's available on Criterion as well, which is kind of nice. So I have a copy of that kicking around. Actually threw it in not too long ago. But yeah, having The Keep, the monster in The Keep is fantastic. Just the design, and I think the atmosphere helps too. Might actually be one of those movies that kind of suffers from an HD release. I've noticed that, especially things that involve creature. Once you start seeing an HD film grain and grain from VHS and low quality video, it really helps cover up the mistakes. And the problem when you're having older latex monsters is that there's lots of cracks and seams and all that kind of stuff, and it really becomes apparent when you have it in HD. So all right, what's going on in the chat? Hey, wish I were wish I was here. Wish you were here too. Another Chad. What is it about PSO that has you coming back over and over and over? Restarting a new character. Imagine you had enough consoles and games to stream other things. This is very true. No problem. But the good thing I like about PSO and the thing about the stream in general is that it's not necessarily the game, like I find PSO, it's not overly complicated. There are elements to it that involve a lot of finesse that even I'm not familiar with, like especially with character building and stuff like that. And that's my own fault. I just haven't really figured it out enough. But it's a game that I can kind of, tap the action button 3 times rhythmically, kill a monster, move on, grab some loot, and mostly just talk. Like, this is mostly just my little stream of consciousness and chit-chatting with folks and letting people in on a little inside baseball and what's going on with me. So that's primarily why I stream this game. Some people, originally it was just like nobody else was streaming it, and particularly when it was really difficult to get your Dreamcast online. But nowadays it's, they got this stuff figured out. Oh. So, back, I think it was like 4-ish, 5 years ago when I really started to I'd say dedicate the channel more or less to streaming this particular game. Wasn't a lot of folks doing it, and I play other stuff too, but hey, why not? It's Saturday night, we can go and play some PSO. Now that said, I'll put a pipe down and head off. Okay, that's a good idea. Let's pick this up. Because really, like the Switch would be the way to go, but I think Nintendo has a thing about streaming that makes it a little bit difficult. There is actually one game that I'd really like to kind of plow through again, and that's Shining Force, sort of, I can't remember how you pronounce it, Hajira? Sort of Hajira? And that's for the Sega Game Gear, and that was a really fun game. I completed that actually quite a while ago now, and I was thinking about revisiting it actually. It was a pretty decent little RPG. Okay, where am I going? Why can't I figure out which doors go where? A lot of fun, a little bit of strategy involved. Some of the character elements into it are kind of interesting. There is a bit of a strategy, I think, that involves actually killing a couple of your own characters in order to win. Or that's just the way I did it. Probably not the most ideal way to play that game, but that's how I did it anyway. And there are a couple of little secrets, like some items and stuff like that you can find that, in combination with each other, if you're using them in singularity, they will actually harm your character, but if you couple them with certain other character attributes, then they'll be okay. I thought that was kind of interesting. There are certain items that are secret that you can find in that game that, take a little bit of, it's all randomized pretty much, but certain screens allow you the option to, if you do enough battles, if maybe you restart the scenario, you can find those items, and some of them are more useful than others, but still really, I think, advanced for a Game Gear game in particular. Okay, item, monomate, and let's see if we can use, do we have any monofluid? There we go. And then let's feed our mag. Okay, Meg seems happy. Photon Blast. Oh, finally. Okay, perfect. Let's follow our friend here. Who knows, we might even actually be able to complete this level. Okay, anything we need? Oh, monomates are always useful. So that's PSO. That's kind of why I've been sticking around with PSO for Probably longer than I should have. But you know, it's a fun game still, and I like the community too. I think that's the big part of it, is that there's just a nice crew. I don't really play any games online at all other than Phantasy Star Online, to be quite honest. And it's just the community's so friendly. The last couple of games I tried to play online, I was not a big fan of. For example, I talked a lot about playing Diablo 3. At the time, it was like one of my more favorite games to play. Make it in. You too. Okay, cool. But the cheating really got to me, and also, you know, just some of the behaviors that you would see. Alright, did we go the wrong way? No. Okay, so which way are we supposed to go? No, I just don't have a whole lot of patience for people that are going to be particularly rude online. It doesn't do a lot for me, and also when the people kind of mod their characters a lot. The PSO still seems to be on top of that for the most part. I've heard about people getting the boot for not playing by the rules, and I'm actually okay with that. You know, when I first started playing Diablo 3 online and I saw people with these incredible character stats, I remember I was playing everything legit. I was putting in the time. I was doing the grind. And it took me a lot to get even things like the, like, what would be a good example? What was that staff that you used to be able to get to the Rainbow Pony level? That took a lot. And I figured that out through the strategy guide and did a lot of randomized battles and stuff like that in order to get it. But it wasn't easy. It was not easy at all. Oh, cool. Slender bacon. Okay, we can go. It's open. I'll drop a pipe. Oh, our friend did. Perfect. That works too. I was playing a little bit of Mario Kart 8 online, and I haven't really done much with my Switch online because they have like these weird sort of policies to some of their online play in terms of only being able to access online play with people on your friends list, right? And because of that, I always find it really difficult to start up a game with folks. Oh, hey, thanks, Slender Bacon. I appreciate it. So I just kind of never did, really. I have noticed, like, my friends list on my Switch is a bit lower than I would have liked, only because I'm a little bit more selective of who I add to it. It's mostly just people I know in person. I generally don't invite people that I just sort of randomly meet online. I found, like, that can either go one of a couple of ways. Sometimes it can go really, really well, but sometimes that person could be quite needy, and every time they see you online, they want to join, which is, you know, it's okay to ask, but they get really offended when you're unavailable for whatever reason. So I tend not to invite just anybody onto my friends list anymore. Okay. Bang, bang, bang. All right, and what is going on our YouTube chat? Hey, Blue Friday. Any thoughts on playing? I do not know anything about that server. PSO Blueburst. Yes, I've been instructed many a time to play PSO Blueburst, but I've not yet gone around to it. Something about just being on the good old Dreamcast that I think has that... Oh, did I get smashed? Ah, darn. Okay. Just has that nice feel to it as opposed to playing on PC. To be honest, I've never really been a huge PC gamer. Well, I wouldn't call myself a gamer at all, quite frankly, but other than a few titles that exclusively are available on PC, I tend not to really do a lot of gaming on the old PC. Diablo 2 I played a lot of on PC. Dungeon Siege, the original, I played a lot on PC, especially when in college I used to have these 5 other roommates. We had a house. It was a great place for what it was, right? But it was a bit of a dive. Items. There we go. Perfect. And we had a local area network set up in the place. We would play. My friend worked at Staples, so he ended up getting a copy of Dungeon Siege, and then he just brought it home, and we ripped a copy of it, made copies, and then he just brought it back to the store and put it back on the shelf. Because you could do that back in the day with old PC games. It was fantastic. So we got a lot of stuff that way. He just brought it home, we opened it up, and then he would just seal it up and put it back on the shelf. A little unethical, but hey, these were the days when piracy just meant you needed to have a key, and that was it. You didn't have to worry about activating online. Oh, good, monofluid. Okay. And here we go. No, we don't. We got to open up this door somehow. Okay, let's follow our friend Slender Bacon. If there's one movie, though, that you guys have to watch this weekend, it is a little movie called Psycho Gorman. I think we need the 4th. Let's jump in and activate the quest. Okay, cool. Let's jump in. Psycho Gorman. So that's done by a couple of people that I am familiar with. There we go. We're good. Transporter was activated. Transport to the next area. Okay, here we go. So, little inside baseball. My brother does a lot of practical special effects. He's done a lot of really cool movies. He's done a lot of work on some pretty cool television series. Like the one effect that I always found hilarious that he did was on the end of Handmaid's Tale Season 1. If you've ever seen Handmaid's Tale. The last episode, there's a scene where one of these guys does something naughty to one of the girls. And, oh, come on. And he ends up getting punished. You know, it's not so common that guys get punished, right? You have to do a lot. So they wanted to make an example of this guy. So one of the things they did to make an example of him was they cut off his hand, and there's a long scene where he's getting his hand surgically removed. Now, my brother built that special effect where the hand was being removed. There's these 2 doctors, there's the guy on the gurney, and there's a very detailed scene of a guy having his hand surgically removed. And the funniest part about it is just having my brother explain to me what that scene looks like behind the camera. So like he's trying to manage that special effect while these actors are destroying his effect, and he's just yelling at them like, no, you don't cut that way, right? So I always thought that was kind of funny, you know. It really really kind of takes away from that whole suspension of disbelief thing, right? But yeah, he does some really good special effects. He built a lot of the creatures in that new movie Psycho Gorman, which just got released yesterday, actually. And it's a blast. It's everything that I like in movies, and I've met a lot of the people that are involved with it in person. I think I've seen every single Astron 6 or affiliated Astron 6 movie in theaters at this point. Just they make the movies that I like to see, and they're local guys too, which is kind of cool as well. So also it's kind of funny how all these things come full circle. So like, for instance, my brother and I, we used to buy Fangoria magazine all the time when we were kids, back in like the early 90s, late 80s and stuff. Yeah, we'll get rid of that guy. Yes. Okay, what can this one do? Anything? Yeah. Whoa, that's a pretty decent little frame. We're gonna hold on to that one. Now we should probably put that in the bank, actually. Okay, riot handgun. What am I using right now? Panic rifle. What's this riot handgun do? Okay, some confusion. So yeah, we used to watch we used to get Fangoria magazine a ton as a kid. We used to love that magazine. It was great. It was funny. I remember my brother had all of the posters taken out, and he had them all over his walls and stuff like that. And anyways, January's issue has his creature effect on the cover, and I was like, wow, man, it is amazing that we have all come this far. Like, now you're on the cover of the magazine that inspired you to make the movies that you make, right? Okay, item, give item. Let's do this. And yes. And yes, perfect. Okay. Good to go. All right, so let's drop off our mag. We completed that level. Deposit. Set. Let's go back to the lobby. Deposit. Item. Mag. There we go. Perfect. All right, so that way they're nice and safe. Good game, everybody. Okay, let's see who's hanging out in the lobby. I think Gullick is the one that is not really participating in this quest. I think they're away from keyboards. I'm not really sure what's going on there, but okay, cool. All right. How to good game, everyone. Night all. Okay, options, quit game, disconnect from network. There we go. Okay, cool. Well, that was a good little short round of PSO. Sorry, it's got to be a short night, but I see something I have to attend to at the moment. But before we go, just wanted to show you guys just a couple more things that came through. So, finally found a copy of Suburbia as well, which is kind of another one of my little favorite go-to punk rock movies. Just a really interesting early Penelope Spheris, I think that's how you pronounce her last name, film. She did one of my favorite docs of all time, which is The Decline of Western Civilization Part 2, which if you haven't seen, again, check it out. Sorry guys, it's a movie night tonight for me. I haven't really been doing a whole lot of gaming other than PSO, but yeah, good to kind of get on, see what people are up to. I always like playing this game. Sorry, it's got to be a bit of a short night, but again, got to attend to a couple of things. But I'm going to try and maybe get on Wednesday because, like they're saying in the chat, it'd be kind of nice to try something different. I know on Wednesday that the guys over at Dreamcast Live, they tend to play a couple of different games. So got a lot of games on here that we can play online. It would be good to freshen up the old Dream Pi that I haven't used in ages because I'm using the broadband modem. And yeah, just see what everybody else is up to. I was actually kind of having a back and forth with Dreamcastic channel, PC Wizard. Just they have done some amazing stuff recently with the discovery of that Simpsons game demo. That's pretty amazing. And there's that new what is it called? It's like Waves Arcade, I think it is. I'm probably pronouncing it wrong, but it's that arcade emulation that you can. It's like Naomi arcade games that you can play on your regular Dreamcast, because the Naomi arcade basically used, I guess, Dreamcast style games for their arcade stuff, but the arcade games never made it to Dreamcast, but now they've made it so that way they're all good to go. You can just play them on your Dreamcast. So I think what I'm going to do is get a bigger memory stick, because right now I have a 256 gig memory stick. I should probably get like a 512 and just load as much stuff on there as possible, because I have most of the US library, but there are a couple of titles that I'm missing. And I also have to rip a couple of titles that I have on the shelf that I haven't seen floating around online, because I do have a couple of games that, for whatever reason, people don't have them available. So we'll give it a shot. Anyways, guys, thank you so much. It is always a pleasure playing this game, and I appreciate everybody coming out and hanging out and have a quick little game and chit-chatting with me. So in the meantime, take care. I'm going to go tend to a thing and call it a night. All right. Bye-bye.